Hola, ¿cómo está?
9. Guten Tag, mein Freundin.
Welcome to Podbros. It's Friday. Friday.
It is Friday.
Friday.
No, it's just Friday.
It's Friday.
No, it's not Friday. It's just Friday.
Because it's Friday.
No.
Ooh.
No.
Is that how that song goes?
No.
Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF.
TGIF. We are Podbros coming at you from the Quad City area. It is Thursday.
Friday.
A
production of Sound Bros Productions. Luke is dying.
Excuse me. I'm much better now.
Luke is still dying.
It's Friday.
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's Friday.
It's Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Are we confused yet? Oh, man.
So, what's been going on in your life?
Well, I went out to lunch with a buddy of mine today, which was nice.
Yes, you did.
It was nice. What is the name of that Friday song? Thank God It's Friday?
No, it's just which one?
It's Friday?
I think there's It's Friday by Rebecca Black.
Is it Rebecca Black? Is that the girl?
And then there's Last Friday Night, which was kind of like a continuation of that song by Katy Perry.
I think Rebecca Black's song is just Friday.
I think it's just Friday, yeah.
Isn't it just Friday? She's actually kind of famous now, huh?
Yeah, for having terrible music. And making horrible life choices. If you're wondering what that blank silence was for a minute, that was me muting both mics, so you can't hear the song at all. Ha 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 ha!
That was really funny.
Yes, I evil laughed so hard my headphones fell off.
You've already broken them twice. You shouldn't break them anymore.
No, they still work. They're just, the top part is broken, that's all. They were free anyway.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
free
them,
headphones are always best.
I got them, I don't know if I can say I got them from my friend Nate.
Nate.
He gave them to me because they got left behind.
Oh.
But they are expensive headphones. Skull candies.
Skull candy.
So.
Candy for your skull.
Yep.
Chrome dome.
No, I don't have a chrome dome.
We should make dome candy headphones.
Dome candy.
Dome squeezer.
Are we gonna make
dome
headphones
gels?
now? Is that our new thing?
We should come up with something. Business. Hey,
Podbros. Sound Bros Productions. Productions. Friday. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Yay, it's Friday. So I apologize. I have a splitting headache.
I don't apologize because Luke uses that excuse way too much.
A headache or apologizing?
Yep.
Wait. Which one?
Yep. Both.
I don't apologize ever.
Yeah, sure you don't.
Yep. Punk.
So, it's Friday. If you hadn't gathered that.
Yay, Friday!
We already did the intro, okay? Let's move on from the intro.
15 minutes of the intro. Yay, Friday! It's like you can't remember 5 seconds. It's like,
hi, I'm Tom.
5 second Tom. 3 second Tom. Is that his name? So, anyway. So it's Friday.
Yeah, we got that.
Yay!
We did. We
Friday.
got it. No, we got it. We got it, okay? We got it. All right?
It's Friday.
So what's going on tomorrow?
We are going down to the Awaken Jesus People event in the stadium at U of A, I think.
I don't know. You're the one who set this whole thing up.
I didn't set this up. I got invited to go, and I'm going. And then Kanye West is going to be there, and that's kind of cool.
And I'm going too.
And Nick's going too. And Podbros is going because we are Podbros, so we're going.
And we'll probably talk about it on Monday, on Milk Day.
Ooh, very soon we're going to have our Patreon up and running.
Yes, we will.
So anybody who
Because we worked on that
wants
today.
to listen to the drivel and pay for it. Awesome. So also, you should send us ideas of what we should have as an incentive to pay.
That's true.
Because obviously this is not an incentive to pay.
What do you mean?
I don't want to listen to us.
Yeah, but what if they want to listen to us? They are listening to us right now.
I had peppermint and cold water. It's amazing.
That's the best.
Oh,
All the pores in your mouth
that's
are open,
cold.
and you're just like, yes, your mouth does that.
a ship as big as this.
That was my favorite thing when I was little, and because we didn't get gum very much, and so if you got because Grandma or Nanny always had
Mint gum.
No, she always had fruit. No,
fruity.
she always
gum.
had fruity gum,
fruity or bubble gum.
and so it was just like, bleh. I mean, I don't mind fruit gum.
It was more like it wasn't like bleh. It was more like bleh.
Less like blech and more like blech.
Yeah, more
Like,
more
bleh.
more bleh. You gotta get the
Like that?
a little bit of a
For you, anyways. Not for me. I actually didn't mind it. But what I'm saying is that the limited amount of gum that I got was usually not mint gum. So when I got mint gum, and then the first time I remember experiencing having a drink of water after having something that has mint in it or whatever, it was like...
and drinking ice cold water.
yes, exactly.
Because it wasn't actually ice cold. It was a lie.
Actually, no, it was ice cold
No,
water.
the water is not cold. But when you drink it, the menthol or the mint in it makes it feel like it's cold.
It was from the water fountain. It was cold water from the water fountain.
So it was like
Which made it like
super
frigid cold.
and it would like freeze your throat.
Yes, great fun.
Headache, ice ache.
No, I've never gotten it from doing that with gum. I've done it by drinking something that
Have
was
you ever
really cold
stuck your
too
tongue
fast.
on a wet piece of metal
Nope,
or a cold piece of metal?
Nope.
Got your tongue stuck?
nope,
Like froze to it?
never done that.
I've never done that either.
I have done that to an ice cube.
I've done that to my hand.
I did that to an ice cube.
Oh yeah, I stuck it to it.
You take an ice cube right out of the freezer and stick it on your mouth, stick it in your tongue, and you walk around,
As it's frozen to your tongue.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that with my hand.
Really?
Yeah, wet on your hands and then reach into the ice bin.
Oh
You
yeah,
actually
yeah,
have to
yeah.
grab it
On
and
the
you
ice.
just stick your hand
stick
in
your hand on there, and they
and
all
like
freeze
you have
to
a
it.
handful
Yeah.
of ice.
Mhm. Have you ever had where you're trying to defrost your windows really fast without scraping them off? So you use the windshield wiper fluid,
Yes.
and as you're driving, the windshield wiper fluid that's left is freezing on your window as you're
Yes.
driving.
Super fun. Every morning, actually, that I drive in the cold. It does that to
Have
me.
you ever seen it where it's freezing, where it's not like a straight across freeze? It like
Have you ever peed on electric fence?
no,
Okay, me neither.
where it's like it's freezing in like those patterns, like those crystalline patterns that form every once in a while that look really pretty.
Yes.
Have you ever had that happen when you're driving and it freezes like that instead of just like
Yeah,
freezing?
it's gorgeous until you hit the car in front of you.
Well, you only hit the car in front of you. You don't have your window rolled down and your head out the window. I can see. This is great. This is great, guys. We're only going 70 miles down the highway.
God, could you imagine?
Yes,
That
I
would
can.
hurt.
I did it.
You did that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? That's
Because
crazy.
I didn't have an ice scraper
In the cold?
in the car. Yeah. I was actually late for a trip.
Oh.
We were it was when I was part of the puppet team. We were going down to a puppet festival.
Ooh, puppet
and
festival.
I slept through my alarm.
I think Sound Bros Productions is going to go to a puppet festival.
We should. That'd be fun. And I jumped in my car. So he called me. The leader of the puppet team called me and was like, "Hey, are you coming?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there in a minute." So I throw on my clothes real quick and jump in the car, and I think I probably was going like 100 or something down the highway, because my house from where I was living to the church was like 10 minutes. I got there in about 4 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, I came flying into the parking lot, and I got in the car. I got in the van, and we all left. About halfway down to Phoenix, because that was what the festival was. The puppet leader, the guy who was in charge, he turned around and looked at me and was like, "Were you asleep when I called you?" And it was kind of one of those like, it sounded like you were asleep, but you got here really fast, So I'm not sure if you were actually asleep. And so I need to ask that question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, I was asleep. You woke me up. And he was like, so you sped here the whole way? And I was like, yep, I sure did. He was like, okay. So.
What does it matter?
I think he was just confused by the fact that I got there in 4 minutes.
Yes, I'm asleep. Why don't you leave and stop by my house on the way and pick me up?
Yeah, that would have been easier because we actually drove, when we got home, we actually drove through Prescott Valley.
Yep.
And he could have totally dropped me off.
Yep.
But it actually worked out better because when we got back, I was able to get in my car and go to another thing I was doing that night.
Oh, nice.
So,
puppet festivals are fun.
They are. They are fun.
Actually, festivals in general are fun. I mean,
as far as festivals go,
As far as festivals go. I mean, give me this yawn thing again.
So,
My head hurts, like really bad.
what sparked your curiosity about peeing on an electric fence?
Well, because we were talking about getting your tongue stuck to ice, and I was thinking about,
Have you ever touched an electric fence?
No.
I have.
Have you?
Yep.
Yeah, but you're also that weird person that doesn't get electrically shocked.
That is true. It was probably,
matter.
you know what? Now that I think about it, it was probably different than other people's experiences with electric fences. There was a place that we used to be, there were people that used to babysit us all the time when we were younger, the Kleefishes.
Yeah.
And up the street from them, they had people that had big, scary dogs in their yard, and they had an electric fence. And you're welcome.
Thank you.
Dila. Anyway,
Don't do drugs.
So...
Unless they're prescribed by a doctor or they're legal.
Wait, unless they're prescribed by a doctor or legal?
Well, doctors prescribe illegal drugs, don't they?
I guess that's true. Like fentanyl?
Yeah.
Or
do they prescribe fentanyl?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
For a little bit they were.
So bad.
It's actually one of those weird things where they prescribe it, but the insurance won't cover it. And so they get like 1 or 2 prescriptions and then they get addicted to it and then they go and get heroin instead. Right? Isn't fentanyl heroin?
I don't know, but that's horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible. It's if you ever want to get angry about
big pharma.
Big pharma, read about the opioid epidemic in the United States right now. It's totally trash.
Yeah, it's prescribed by doctors.
Yeah, totally. And they actually traced it all back to a group that was in Florida, family in Florida.
Really?
That they figured out that they could prescribe. They figured out they could prescribe these opioids because they were unregulated by the government.
Okay.
They could create synthetic versions of them or whatever they are. Whatever the version is that they have of them, they could make them and prescribe them, and they wouldn't be restricted by the government.
Wow.
And they actually started a whole new group of people. They actually started a whole new set of doctors that would prescribe this medication and get people addicted to them. Nice. Yeah.
That's
they made millions of dollars, actually.
Great. He got caught? No?
Well, in a manner of speaking, everything was legal.
Oh, so it was fine. It's just unethical.
Extremely unethical.
See, that's the problem with the argument of the discussion between legality and illegality.
It's actually the issue.
Whether or not
it's actually the issue of the federal government making narcotics illegal
in the first place.
It should be a state or local issue.
Correct. That's
regulated on a state or local level, because if that's the case, then there are more personal. There's a more personal response to what's happening.
Right.
And the problem with making a federal regulation is that a federal regulation cannot, in reality, be enforced.
Right, because the state's responsible for enforcing.
Right, and there's when the federal government makes something illegal, it makes it a whole lot harder to regulate it because there are a whole lot more loopholes connected to the federal government.
Right.
For example, since we're talking about drugs, we might as well talk about guns as well.
Right.
There are a lot of guns that are illegal based on the federal government, based on the whatchamacallit, ATF.
The in the Firearm Act or whatever it is.
It's and then of course, the Firearm Act and everything. All these different laws that make guns illegal, that make specific guns illegal, or the manufacturing of guns illegal. And then there's this whole new gray area of printing guns.
Right.
Or of guns that are ghost guns, per se, strong air quotes.
Yeah.
And I think that the issue is that it's because it's a federal regulation instead of a state or local regulation.
So now you're jumping through the hoops of it.
And so, because of that, there's bigger hoops that you can jump through.
Right.
And so there's loopholes in the loops. It's actually the same issue with taxes, which is what we were talking about the other day, about making tax just a single flat rate tax. When you have all these different things that are taxed, loopholes can be created. And if you're an intelligent person, you can find your way through the loopholes and not pay taxes.
Exactly.
Anyway.
I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Oh, I thought you were Peter Pan.
I don't want to grow up either. I don't like being an adult.
Why?
Because it's lame.
I've thought about the story of Peter Pan, and I've realized I would...
Oh, it's not realistic.
Being a child my whole life would be terrible. Never growing up would stink.
I think not growing past a certain age would be good, but as an adult age, not a child.
I think that's what I'm getting at.
Like 22. 25?
27.
27. That's where you're at right now.
Your body is fully developed. You still have all your youth. Your brain is fully developed. You have all your youth. You're able to do anything you want. 27 is like the perfect age. If you stayed at between 26 and 30, like that time frame, if you just stayed there, then I could see, never growing up. But
yeah, I guess I could see that.
Unfortunately, that's not real life.
No, it's not.
And
it's not, because I'm 36. And
you still got your whole life ahead of you.
Of course, it's my own fault.
Luke, you got your whole life ahead of you.
Thank you.
You do.
36 is the new 40?
No, not even close.
No.
50 is the new 40, Luke.
50 is the new 30.
We live in an age where people live past 100. The record was just broken. I was just reading about that the other day. The lady, the oldest person in the world, just broke the record again. She's 114 or something like that.
Good grief.
So
we're getting older, y'all.
And the number was just broken again for people over 100.
Really?
Last year.
That's right,
the end of last year. The end of last year, the number of people that are over the age of 100 years old, the record was broken by like dozens and dozens of people. More are living to past 100 years old.
That's awesome.
So
that is kind of cool, actually.
Technically speaking, you have at least 64 years left.
Gee, thanks.
That's more than double your life right now.
It really is, actually.
Well, a little bit less than double.
It means I could do anything.
You could.
Okay.
And you live in America, too.
Which means
you really could do anything.
All right. Gotta go. Okay, bye.
I guess he's gone. All right, I will be doing the rest of the podcast by myself. Should have waited to have that conversation until the end of the podcast. Oh well. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I don't know what to talk about now. Oh, he's back. How did it work out?
It's scary out there.
It was dark and I could hear laughter. It's much nicer in here. And it's warm.
It's just warm and cozy.
And there's white foam on the walls.
And we're asking for donations.
And these giant
We're asking for donations.
These giant jackets that we can wear where you just sit quietly in the middle of the room.
Oh, so ridiculous.
It's so peaceful in here. It's peaceful and quiet.
So
in
we're
here.
asking for donations.
Oh, we're asking for donations? For what?
For our jacuzzi.
I don't know what that word was that I just
For
said,
our
but it was
jacuzzi.
not donations.
It was donations.
It was something else. I don't know if it was that either.
Donations?
I don't
It
know.
was something. What was it?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and listen to it again. And since we're recording right now, I'm not going to.
Okay.
So it was definitely a word that sounded like donations.
We want to buy an inflatable jacuzzi.
An inflatable jacuzzi.
It's a 4-person inflatable jacuzzi. I found it on Amazon.
So is this jacuzzi going to go somewhere specific, or are we just going to like stick it? I mean, we live out in Chino. We can stick it out in the front yard and just have a couch up next to it and just,
Yeah.
shirt off,
Yeah.
shorts with your feet dangling in the jacuzzi in the front yard. Some pink flamingos. I'm feeling it.
Let's do this.
I'm feeling it.
Redneck.
Let's
anybody
wrap
have any
the
empty-
base. Let's wrap the base of this house in duct tape. Just layers and layers of duct tape. Does anyone have any used cars that you're not
used
using
cars
anymore?
Without this specific
without tires, yes, and some cinder blocks.
and cinder blocks.
I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling this.
We're trying to make. I'm going redneck on the landscaping
Make Chino redneck again.
again,
Just doesn't have the same ring
and
to
it
it.
didn't stop being redneck. Have you met the people out here?
No, I know. You live out here.
Here, the crazy people. You live out
I
here.
know, right?
The crazy part is that you see all these guys and you're like, that dude's redneck. And then you see all these girls and you're like, where are you from? Chino? How are you from Chino? You have all of your teeth and you're semi-attractive.
Brutal, man.
Anyway,
And you don't have extra fingers and toes.
fingers and toes. We're doing a wedding on Sunday.
We are doing a wedding on
It'll be
Sunday.
fun.
I don't know that fun is the right word to
No, we're
use.
playing swing music, dude.
I don't know if fun is the right word to use.
Should we play one of the swing songs we're gonna play and get the audience reaction?
I guess.
Why not? It would be fun.
Are you going to play it right now, or are we going to do it in post?
The problem with doing it in post is that we can't talk about it afterwards.
I wonder what they're going to pick.
So we're just going to sit here for the next 2 minutes in silence while we're going to add this in post.
We
So
are.
this is one of those.
No, I don't want to add it in post.
Why?
Just play a part of it.
Well, we could play a part of it, but do we have an adapter to run into the board? So you can just play out of the computer?
This was not well thought out, Luke.
No, it really wasn't. I'm sorry.
We'll play some of the swing music on Monday, and then we can have them tell us post haste. Or no. Post.
Wait, no, post haste is.
No, it's post something.
Tell us post haste.
Posthumous?
Postpartum.
Postpartum? Postmodem?
Postmodem.
Postmodem.
Postmodem. Yeah, that's that is the current internet we're living in. Is after modem.
Postmodem.
Postmodem. Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Oh, that guy's the worst. I don't like his music.
He has
You
one.
like his
He has
music?
one song that I like.
Really? I don't know that I've heard.
Yes, you
any.
have. You have.
I?
You've heard the one song that I like.
Oh.
You like it too.
Do I?
It's the one from Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The beginning of Spider-Man
Yeah, I think so.
Into the Multiverse.
Yeah.
Or
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse. Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse.
Good movie. By
Yeah,
the way.
that's actually the only song I've ever heard that I like, and ironically enough, it's the only song I've ever heard that he doesn't cuss in.
Anybody need commercials? Because we need to do commercials. I haven't made a commercial in a while.
We're gonna make a commercial actually.
And I need
We're gonna
to
make a commercial next week.
I like making commercials. I like to do my movie voice in commercials.
I have a commercial scheduled for us for next week.
This summer,
This spring.
this spring, Yavapai College, Yavapalooza.
Indeed, it will be there.
Dun, 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 dun,
But we don't have
dun,
any of the details, so we can't go any farther than that.
dun, 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 dun,
This
dun,
is the
dun,
reason
dun,
why we
dun,
don't
dun,
do
dun,
yet.
dun,
This
dun.
is the reason why you don't do them. Because you break into song.
The world is all about song. How loud am I comparatively right now? Because I'm like eating this microphone.
Well, you got a whole lot quieter, so... Okay, enough eating the microphone.
I did get quieter. I did that on purpose, though, so that it
Yeah.
didn't blow out.
Yep.
Because when we had Andrew on the other day and he did the Good Morning Vietnam,
It was really
it was
loud.
really loud. And I apologize to everybody for that because I didn't realize how loud it was on the
I did.
recording.
I left it on purpose.
It's because Nick hates you.
I don't hate you.
He hates everyone.
I don't hate everyone.
The other end of this.
Actually, no, that's not true. I always tell people that I'm unbiased. I hate everyone equally. So, yes, I do hate everyone.
See? I was
It makes
right.
things easier. It actually makes things a whole lot easier. And you can't be accused of playing favorites. You like him more than me. Nope.
No, I've never even been able to find the game favorite so that I could play.
You know, when I worked at Walmart, people would get into feuds with each other.
Walmart feuds?
Oh, yeah,
No
all the
way.
time. The people of Walmart work
By
at
the
Walmart.
way, this is actually going to be a short episode because...
Oh, well, in that case, it's the bottom of the hour.
Oh, that's right.
This is Podbros,
Sound Bros Productions.
a production of Sound Bros Productions.
Productions, LLC. Esquire.
We are coming at you from the Quad City area.
Incognito.
Quad City area. We're
Saying
on
big words
Spotify,
while Nick is talking.
Facebook, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play.
Supercalifragilistic.
Google Translate.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism. I butchered that last one.
Yeah, because you suck.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism. There it is.
Tarianism.
Tarianism?
Yes.
Tarianism.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
What does it mean?
I don't know. Break down the word.
Well,
Use your brain.
I know the abbreviation for it is anti-disestablishmentarianism. Just like abbreviate. The word abbreviate is abbreviated to abbrev. The word abbreviate. I didn't forget it. What were you saying earlier, a minute ago?
I was talking about feuds at Walmart.
Okay, Walmart feuds ready, go.
Yeah, so people will get into it with each other, you know.
And that's Walmart feuds. Moving
Typical Walmart, typical people that work at Walmart crap. And for
Yes,
those of
because
you,
it's not just the people
for those
that
of you
shop
who
at Walmart.
work at Walmart,
It's the
who listen
it's-
to our podcast,
It's the working at Walmart.
you know what I'm talking about.
You know who you are.
No. You know
You
who
know
I.
who
You know
they
what I'm
are.
talking about. You know who they are. And they would always be like, they would try like to draw me into it. And I'd be like, don't draw me into this. You know my position. They'd be like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I hate everyone equally. I hate everybody. That way I can't be accused of being prejudiced.
Exactly. That staple gun looks very inviting. I want to use it on the wall.
Stay back.
He took the staple gun from me.
Now I'm gonna use it on you.
No.
Just joking. Just gonna put it over here out of view, so you're not tempted.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
Well, what next?
Well-
Where are we at? What are we doing? Why are we here?
We're doing a podcast. We go through this every day.
We do, and it's painful. I'm sorry, everyone. Don't hate me. My head hurts really bad.
Why would you do?
I don't know.
Did you eat a bunch of salty stuff and not get anything to drink?
I think that might be it.
Is the temperature shifting? Or is the weather shifting, I mean?
The weather is shifting.
Because there was a high pressure system and then a low pressure system came in and now there's a high pressure system again.
Yeah, and this is welcome to being old. Your body feels it. My joints hurt too. All of my joints hurt.
Old.
Shut up.
Now we're going to start talking like this and say, you young whippersnappers, when I was your age, I was twice your age.
Twice your I am actually. No, I'm not twice
You're
your
not
age.
twice
I'm 10
my
years
age.
old.
You're only 10 years older than me. Although, when I was 10 and you were 20, you could have said, when I was your age, I was twice your age.
Truth. But we will never be there.
Not anymore.
I wasn't around when I was 20. I was off being stupid.
Yes, you were. You were off driving around in a windowless van.
Was that 20?
Wasn't that when you were 20?
19, 20, yeah. I was driving around
With
in
a-
a windowless van, going from school to school.
You need to finish this. This sounds really bad.
And doing anti-drug and alcohol multimedia presentations.
There you go. Because you could have stopped right there and it could have been like, with free candy spray painted on the side.
With free candy on the side. A couple of the kids at one of the schools I was at that was helping us wrote in the back window, "Help. We need help."
I've been kidnapped. Help.
Yeah. You heard about that kidnapping at the school, right?
Did they wake him up?
Yep. Hi, we're Podbros. We recycle the same jokes over and over and over
So-
and over
so,
and over and over and over and over and over.
Do you know why? Criminals,
and over.
criminals who have been incarcerated. Do you know why they're the? Do you know why they're the best people to do the electrical in your house? Because they conduit.
Wow. You heard about the midget
Which one?
who escaped the prison, and in order to escape, he had to run down 100 flights of stairs.
No.
But the problem is that the people that he was escaping with, he always talked down to them. He was a condescending.
Why was he a midget though?
Because there was another midget that escaped.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on a
There was
sec.
another
No.
midget?
No. It was because he was the midget who was the soothsayer,
He was
right?
a fortune teller.
He was a fortune teller.
Yeah.
And they're still looking for him, right?
Right.
He's a small, medium, at large.
Yes, thank you. Because I started telling the one and then switched to the
And if you had waited for a second, I could have just segued right into it instead of you interrupting me.
This is just proving that we don't actually rehearse this before we do it.
Okay, I guess that's true.
Because we don't. Because when we rehearse it, it doesn't work out. It works worse.
Yep.
That did.
It works worse. That makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Oh. We should tell a story.
It was a dark and stormy night.
A ship.
Not
set
that
to
story.
sea.
Not that story.
The captain turned to his mate and said, "Tell me a
No.
story."
Nope. We'll be
The
here
mate
all day.
said, there were two guys in a boat, Pete and Repeat. And Pete fell out. Who was left? And the captain said, "Repeat?
Throw him overboard!
Overboard." Oh my gosh. Do you remember? It was a dark and stormy night. My dad used to tell us that story all the time. And we loved it.
It was.
It was super awesome. Until we figured out.
That he was just telling the same
He
joke
was
over and
telling
over
the
again?
same story over and over again. We were really smart, but not really smart.
You were really smart, but not really smart. I was just the quiet one in the corner.
So stories about Nick. Nick was the quiet one in the corner until you looked at him weird, and then he would cry and scream and lose his mind. So then I would hit him anyway, because he was already crying and screaming.
And now I'm bigger and stronger
Now
than
he's
you
bigger
are.
and stronger, and I can't do that anymore. And it's a little disturbing, disappointing, sad. I don't know what the word is. You all got bigger than me, actually. I'm the shortest.
I was just terrified of your ugly face.
I was in the middle of drinking. Thank you.
Why is he looking at me that way? Don't look over here.
He's gonna eat me!
He's gonna step on me.
Please don't step on me!
Squish me like a bug. Yes.
Oh, I got... Actually, you know what music we will play on Monday is the gentleman who we got the equipment for
Oh yeah, that's right.
over
That
in
was great.
Namibia
Yep.
sent me some of his music that he just recorded on the new equipment that we got for him.
Play some of that. Would be good.
Yeah, it's a very cool little piano piece.
Bit of music. You know, Luke, your face is so scary that that your hair is retreating down the back of your head and down your back. This awkward silence with heavy nose breathing was brought to you by yours truly. So, anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. Chuck Norris?
Do we want to talk about Chuck Norris?
No, probably not.
You know,
We should
every
probably
2
do the weather.
seconds, that in the U.S. someone needs blood, all due to Chuck Norris. One drop of Chuck Norris's sweat can take the shuttle to the moon and back again. One drop of Chuck Norris's tears can cure cancer.
Too bad
he never cries. You started this.
I did. You know that Chuck Norris was born in a house that he built with his own hands?
Yep. Built in a log cabin that he built with his own hands.
Whatever. House, log cabin, same
No,
thing.
a log cabin is more impressive. The dinosaurs went extinct because of the Chuck Norrisaurus.
The Chuck Norrisaurus. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah. Weddings and stuff and life and the world is good and fun and joyful. It's beautiful actually outside. The weather today is good.
It is. This week has been
Let's
really
do the
nice.
weather.
Oh yeah, let's do the weather.
We're almost out of time here for our short episode.
Almost out of time. We still have a few minutes.
Yeah, I know, but let's get the weather done.
Yeah, but I don't have the weather ready though.
Oh, well then in that case I'll tell a story.
Oh great, here we go again.
It was a dark, stormy night.
No. The heck?
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Who kept all his cash in a bucket?
Yep.
We've done this one already.
What? We haven't done what? The Nantucket one?
Yeah.
I don't know the rest of the story, so I'm going to
Who
stop
kept
there.
all his cash in a bucket?
Yeah.
His daughter named Nan drove off in the van. Last for the bucket? Nantucket.
Oh, well, see, there you go. Oh, who names their daughter Nan?
Somebody who keeps all their cash in a bucket.
Valid.
Probably rednecks.
Redneck.
Probably had no teeth.
What's everybody's favorite music? What's your favorite music?
You know, that's an inaccurate question to ask me because I like music.
Yeah, but do you have a favorite genre?
A favorite genre of music?
Yeah, a favorite... Yeah.
Genre? Not really.
Why are you saying it that way?
You said it that way.
Genre.
You said genre. So now I'm making fun of you by saying it over and over and over again. Genre of music.
That did not sound like
Genre of dressing. Genre of toilets. See how it
I
sounds?
like a 3-gallon flush. But you can't get them in America. You can only get them in Canada.
Eh?
It is the #1 smuggled item across the Canadian border.
It is. Butter?
Border.
Butter? Across the Canadian butter.
I'm going to just not talk.
It is 47 degrees right now. Humidity is at 35%. And there are 9-mile-an-hour winds out of the north, north, by north, which means they're blowing towards the north. Anyway. It's supposed to be pretty clear for today and tomorrow. Sunday it's supposed to start getting cloudy, and then on Monday we're supposed to have a little bit of weather. Monday and Tuesday we're supposed to have a little bit of rain, supposedly.
Rain, 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 rain.
So,
Rain, 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 rain.
yeah, I'm not holding my breath for the rain though, because
need it.
the weather has been.
It's been odd. We need the rain, though.
Yeah, we definitely need rain, but the weather's been very unpredictable lately. It's been hit and miss. Snow, no snow, snow, no so. Yeah, you know. So, I was reading since we're talking about the weather, and since there seems to be nothing else to talk about, I'm going to talk about something that one of our listeners doesn't like us talking about.
It's mainly because of my head.
And I'm going to talk about the weather and how the environment is supposedly falling apart, and it's only because of humans.
One of our listeners doesn't like it?
Yeah, didn't you say that?
Oh, Andre. Aha! No secrets here. This is what happens when I have a headache. I don't have any filters.
Yep, you sure don't.
Part of the reason why I'm sitting here quietly because I don't want to say something that is going to get me
Too
in
late.
trouble. Oh, I don't care about Andre. I love that guy.
You don't care about Andre. You love that guy.
I don't care if he gets upset.
So, you don't care
Because
about...
he hasn't been on my show yet, even though I've asked him 3 or 4 times, or 5 or 6, and given him many options. Come on the show! Okay.
Anyway, so I was reading this article about how it's totally humans that are the problem, that are causing the issue.
So
And,
ridiculous.
there's... Even if you factor in volcanoes and earthquakes and the ocean and natural pollutants that happen all the time on Earth, you still can't factor out the human factor and how much it's affecting the atmosphere. And you had to read like 3/4 of the way through the article until you finally get to a part where they're talking about how it's the long trends that really show it. It's not the short-term trends. It's not the year-to-year trends. You can really see, the main difference between the year-to-year trends is really affected by this.
Can you pause for a moment?
Go ahead.
Can you tell this in a little bit less of a condescending tone?
Should I tell it the way that they tell it?
I thought that's what you were doing.
No. I was making fun of them. Oh. I could tell it like they do, like we're on NPR or something like that.
Do it.
If you observe the percentages from year to year, you can see that it's not based entirely on human interaction, but it's the long-term projections that show that human interaction with the environment around it is what's causing the overall trend of raising temperatures on Earth.
This has been Temperatures on Earth on NPR. Please tune again soon.
If you would like to go to sleep to a soothing voice telling you about the end of the world,
listen to NPR.
So ridiculous. They talk about they're going on and on and on about how it's the humans are causing the problem, and then it's like, but if you look at the year to year temperatures, they correlate directly with the temperature of the sun and the radiation from the sun and volcanic interaction and the volcanic interactions that are happening on Earth.
So humans are not the issue.
Well, right. The thing is that they're scientists. This is the other side of all this, is that they're scientists, and they claim that they're scientists. And so they cannot be scientists and completely discount the actual evidence. But because they are motivated by whatever reason, because I can't really say that they're politically or monetarily, I can't say that. I can't say that for sure because I don't know. Yeah. But it could be politically motivated, it could be monetarily motivated, it could be anything. But the simple fact of the matter is that they are motivated by whatever it is that they're motivated by.
Yeah.
And they have all convinced themselves and convinced each other, and they're trying to convince the world that humanity is the problem and that we have to fix the problem. The biggest issue I have with all of this is that all of these people are crying and screaming that humanity is the problem and humanity is causing the issues and that we have to deal with this issue. We have to take care of this problem. We have to cut carbon emissions.
Right.
And then I look at the data.
And the data says
that since 1970, the U.S. has steadily decreased the amount of carbon emissions that it produces. Drastically decreased to the point where the U.S. as a whole releases 1% of the pollutants that humans emit into the atmosphere. 1%. We are the largest consumer in the world.
Yep.
We are one of the largest population-wise countries in the world, and we produce the smallest amount of emissions. So, if we're producing so few emissions, why is the temperature still going up? Per their data.
Yep.
Overall data. Why is the temperature still going up?
It's the other countries.
So what do you want us to do about it? I have no control over another country. They're a sovereign nation that's not connected to us.
Yep.
What do you want me to stop buying products from them? Is that'll fix it?
Yeah, let's destroy their economy.
Because ultimately what it comes down to, and I've heard people talk about this, and it's kind of terrible, but it ultimately comes down to this: they don't really care about the carbon emissions. They want to reduce the population of the Earth. They think that that's actually the thing that will save the Earth.
Is less people.
There was actually and this is terrible, horrible, terrible. There was a conference that was in Texas. It was a science conference where they were, whatever. And this lady gets up there and she says that 90% of the world's population has to be removed from Earth for the Earth to survive.
90%? That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's like 6 billion people.
That's an extinction level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And the crowd cheers and applause.
Your kids are not going to survive.
Well, and the problem that I have with that is that it's like, all right, if you really think this is the way this is,
how about we start with you?
Why are we not building spaceships?
Right.
To move the populations.
To go somewhere.
And this is what ultimately comes down to. It ultimately comes down to the fact that it's not a matter of actually trying to save the Earth. They're not actually trying to save the Earth. They don't actually care.
It's a matter of control.
It's a matter of creating a crisis. Because if it really was an issue that needed to be taken care of,
be handled.
You wouldn't be standing up there crying at me. You would be insisting on this issue being taken care of. And if it was a real issue that needed to be taken care of, people would rise up, because people have risen up.
Yep.
The issue of trash, the issue of us polluting the earth, which is a legitimate thing that a lot of, humans produce trash. We produce a lot of trash. And taking care of trash has been a issue of humanity since the beginning of recorded history.
Yep.
And the United States has really tried to take on this whole issue of trash. And it is and we've shown very effectively that it is a privately motivated thing. You want trash to be taken care of, it needs to be privately motivated.
Yep.
Individual people.
Yep. It can't be the government. But then again, nothing can be the government. But that's
because you have these developing countries that are semi-socialist, and they dump their trash in the ocean because they don't care, because they don't have any billionaires. You know who doesn't dump their trash in the ocean?
the billionaire that's living on the beach.
Exactly. Well, he dumps it somewhere else in the ocean.
No, because he has the chance of it rolling back around on it.
Exactly. He's going to find some cheaper, more efficient way to get rid of the trash, because he's going to get fined, right?
Right.
For separate from anything else, he's going to get fined for dumping trash on the beach or in the what is it, the coral reef. They're always complaining about them dumping trash on the coral reef. It's like, we could just burn all the trash.
We could,
or we could, recycle all of it.
shoot it.
Recycling is a great.
I think recycling is the best way to do it. To be honest,
I think when
it's not taken over by the people that are making it this stupid, ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, I don't know. I think biodegradable stuff should be separated out. Not by me. Shouldn't have to be by me. Should be a private. Hey, what I got my garbage company.
Create a job.
I got a garbage company,
Yep.
and we'll take all your trash and we recycle everything. Well, what do we have to do? Just give us your trash.
Yep. And pay us this
amount of money every month or every 6 months or every year or whatever. And we separate it all. And we recycle everything. Because recycling, you get money from recycling.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need any extra money. It's actually a benefit to us to recycle everything.
Yep. That's what
trash. This is the thing I've always thought was so.
My grandfather used to do.
Yeah,
he was in
it
the
is.
trash business.
That's what he used to do. He used to separate out everything and recycle stuff. And used to make money off recycling.
Yep.
Along with making money off of the trash, of course.
Yep.
But this is the issue that I have with this whole thing, is that it's like, I look at some of these garbage companies, like, why are you dumping your trash in a big hole? You're dumping money in a big hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Spend the money to be a recycling place.
Just go that extra little thing. And sort your stuff out and make more money off of it.
Yeah, you can recycle
and
the
then,
paper, the plastic,
and then
the rubber,
whatever's left, the stuff that can't actually be saved. We need to redo the regulations, and we need to be able to burn it all and consume it and destroy it. It needs to be consumed and destroyed.
Consume it or melt it down. And
no, just be done with it. If it cannot be used, it needs to be destroyed, not stored somewhere in the ground.
What can't be used? Plastics?
Plastics can be reused.
Then there isn't anything that can't be used.
Certain
like a battery, maybe.
Certain waste items can't be reused,
like
acid and stuff like that.
I guess
a lot of that stuff has to be destroyed, and has to be destroyed in a specific way.
Well, then we need to redo the regulations so that we can destroy it.
But this is, is what I'm saying. So anyway, we kind of diverged into a tangent there on that.
No, that was good though.
We're there though.
We're at the end, and I apologize that it's a short day today. We've got so much stuff going on that we're running in circles and trying to get stuff done. Share us with your friends. Drop us a like. Give us some ideas that we can talk about on the air here.
Yep.
And we will be back on Monday.
We will indeed.
So we are Podbros,
a production of Sound Bros Productions.
We hope you learned something today, because if you didn't learn anything,
then
if you're not learning,
then you suck. And you smell like poop.
You smell like poop. That can't be the end.
No.
We can't end like that.
Should we end it like we're from New England? No.
How?
No, like I did the other day when I ended it. No,
No,
the Boston accent. No.
Yeah, no.
Let's just end it.
Anyway,
Let's just end it. If you're not learning,
you're
you're dying. So stay alive.
Staying alive.
So staying alive.